Hey everyone, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Junior Binno, your host, along with my man AT, co-host.
Hello.
Today we have Olivia Mona in the building. Olivia Mona is from Designs by Liv, which is a creative name from her own name. Designs by Liv is an interior designer business that she started, and she's here today to give us the understanding of what's needed, the what's, the hows, the whys, if you're interested into doing any type of remodeling or getting even a new home up to par. She is the person you want to definitely reach out to. We're going to get into all that, and just to start off, to let everybody know, make sure you guys hit the like button here and subscribe to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans on our YouTube channel. It keeps us going with a lot of extra fun things that we can offer to you guys. And make sure you can always check us out on Spotify, iTunes, and any other social platform. Today we have Miss Olivia. So how are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Thanks
awesome
for
to
coming
have
along.
you. Yeah, it's awesome to have you. So let's get into talking about the start of Designs by Liv, where it came from, and your experience and expertise in this industry.
Well, it kind of started out about a year and a half ago. We bought a home, a 7,100 square foot home that I went into, needed to be renovated.
Sure.
Totally, completely. I went in, took about 9 months, did that. I had a neighbor that came in, wanted to take a look at the house. She walked in, asked me, who's your interior designer?
Yeah.
And I told her, me.
You're looking at her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she said to me, are you serious? And I said, yes. And she said, wow. She said, I have some projects that I want you to work with on, with me. And I, started talking to her. She said to me, you have an unbelievable talent. She said, I'm working with interior designers now, but I haven't seen anything like this.
Beautiful. Amazing.
So she had in Petoskey has a apartment buildings that she needed a clubhouse renovated.
Right.
Which was really fun. So I went up there. I did the clubhouse. We have actually a few. She's got two more apartment buildings down here that she, within the coming year, that I will be doing 2 renovations to the actual apartment buildings and then another clubhouse.
Look at that.
And she was just everything came out great. She was very happy, and she said to me, I really, really think that you should be doing this as a profession.
Right.
You have a talent, and I think go with it.
And so a clubhouse is a big part of the complex, right?
Complex, yes.
We're not talking about a little clubhouse
No,
for kids
this
clubhouse.
is exactly. This is
this is a massive, this is the
Yeah.
entryway.
Entryway.
Where
This
people
is
lounge and hang out.
They
Yeah.
come in, lounge. She had a pool table there. They have an exercise
Yeah.
area there, all that kind of stuff. So.
And so most people don't decide, hey, I'm going to take on my new 7,100 square foot home if they don't have didn't have experience. And so you've been doing this for quite a while
Yes.
for family and
family
friends.
and friends.
Yeah.
My kids were kind of young at the time. It's very hard to start your own business.
Of
I have
course.
your kids. I was, in school with them and
Yeah.
and all doing all the parents club and all the things that you do for your kids.
Yeah.
And,
Sure.
and finally now they're gone. They're all older.
But so you
And
had
I-
the skill and
Yeah.
now you had a chance to
be able to
showcase it, right?
showcase it.
So
yes.
question for shits and giggles. You were doing it for family friends. That's the hardest to actually because you have to open conversation about money if there is
If
money,
they're-
right?
Yes.
So you're busy working, taking care of your kids, you're raising them up at the same time. Besides finding the time, were you able to get paid for your startup, or were you doing this to learn as an
I
experience?
was doing it to learn. I was
Okay.
doing it to learn, to help them. So at the time I wasn't getting paid, but it was just something that I've always had a passion for and always loved.
Sure.
Design with anything. Just even making things.
Yeah.
I used to make things. I used to do things at school with my kids. Daddy-daughter dances, I was in charge of all the decorations,
Oh, wow.
all the
Oh, there you go.
centerpieces. So I've always made, even with my hands,
Right.
made stuff.
So-
Painting on the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
In my old house, I did paintings on the walls.
By hand yourself?
By, stenciling.
Oh, wow. Good
All
for
that
you.
kind of, just love to do that
Right.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have all these services that you offer. What kind of services are there out there that they can find?
So I provide a wide variety of services for my clients, kitchens, baths, flooring, paint, blinds, furniture, accessories, and I have people that I work with. I have, cabinetry, I have people, 2 or 3 different cabinet guys that I work with.
Yeah.
I have, flooring, I have accounts with, flooring companies and people that I know that come in. So not only, a lot of people will come in and say, I don't know who to use. I have that resource
Right.
for them to be able to, I will
Provide
rent
them to them, yeah.
yes.
And it's a trusted source to have a trusted source,
because
right?
a lot of them I've used in my own home and in some of the other
And you
remodels.
know their work.
So I know their work,
Yep.
which is important.
And you actually get some sort of discount, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I have I'm in a designer trade program, so I have 30 or 40 different companies, tile companies, just all different kind of companies lighting companies that I have signed up with, and I get a nice discount from them, and
Right.
that I pass on to my clients.
And so you're almost paying for your service by the savings that you're getting your
yes,
clients,
exactly.
right? That's
huge.
awesome.
Yes.
So you started back with family and friends. Do you remember the first job you put on?
First job that I put on was, I believe, the first job that I put on was my house, my old house.
Sure.
So that was, we renovated that
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
And then it was, I had some of my sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
She was redoing her home. I went with them. They asked me to come with them.
Sure.
Picked out the kitchen, pick out the, just
Yeah.
help with colors, help
Yeah.
with, at that time everything was really, really traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Things have changed now. We're moving on to transitional to, contemporary to modern.
Yep.
And then how do you decide that? What you're going to use for a certain house or job?
You know what? It depends. The clients will kind of direct me on what they like. For my house and for another home that I just did in West Bloomfield, a lot of clients have been coming to me wanting the transitional.
Yep.
And I decide transitional is timeless.
Yes.
Timeless meaning that it doesn't go out.
Yep.
Problem being, if you do go with more modern or you go with
Right.
the trendy stuff, this stuff goes out. And when it goes out, then what?
Yeah.
Do I remodel my house again?
For sure.
So I went with both. I have a little bit of both. It's that look of both,
And
which
it's
is
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You extend it.
So you talked about being self-taught, and now you are continuing your education in
Yes.
the fashion. I mean, in the design fields.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that and what it is.
So I am doing online courses at the New York Institute of Art and Design.
Okay.
I'm almost, I said that it would be good to go ahead and do that. I'm actually looking into getting into classes with CAD.
Yep.
And there's another program, a new program that I just found out about a couple days ago it's a new launching program that they have, also something similar to CAD. Just want to learn some of those
Of course.
to have that behind me.
The skill, yeah.
And now with school they're doing everything sketched by hand,
Yeah.
stuff but we have all this resources now that these computer programs that will literally pop
it
them
for-
up for
yeah.
you.
And so you're not one of those people that just said, "Hey, I can do this," and then just started doing it, which you are, but then you added on these other skills and these
I
other
want to have
yeah.
these other skills, exactly, yes.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So you're someone that they should look up and give the opportunity to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's the process? So I want to redo my home, right? So I hit live up and say, "Hey, what's going on?" You say, "This is the process."
This is the process. First thing I do, I come in, I have a free consultation.
Yep.
Come in, we take a look, you let me know what you want to do. Then after I come in, give you some ideas, you give me a budget.
Yep.
We kind of go from there. Right now I'm in the process of doing a kitchen design. I've
Yeah.
been working with her for a while. We went and picked out appliances, we picked out the kitchen cabinets. We're gonna pick out, quartz, and we picked out floors. So it's just depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's a whole process of that. We're in our own process right now of renovating our 3,000 square foot basement.
Okay.
So we're doing that. So I'm picking out things for that and doing that also. That's going to be a very modern look down there.
Gotcha.
So we're going with modern down there. But the process is basically me coming in, consulting with you. You just getting to know me, see if it's something that you know, if
Right.
I'm fit for
Right.
you. And then we kind of go from there, and I set appointments with them, and once they're ready, I usually bring in, I have a lot of people myself that, cabinet people, blinds, flooring people that I'm able to provide to you. A lot of people can't find
Oh, there's no
people
tradesmen out
to
these
come
days.
out.
Yeah.
So I have people that I've used in my home,
Yep.
that I've used in the past, that I have friends that have used. So I have all, a large amount of people that I'm able to bring
Right.
to you. So you're not trying to
Scrounge
around
Yeah.
and find people
For
to
sure.
use.
For
So
sure,
I
for
got a
sure.
question for you, Olivia. When I when I come to you as a client, because you've given us a couple scenarios so far, is it easier for you to like say take your basement, which is a clean slate?
Yes.
You're working off of a clean slate and you're putting everything right from scratch, right? Or versus walking into Anthony's kitchen and saying, he says, I want to redo this, and
The most of the things that I'm getting now is I want to redo this.
okay.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting. I have a new construction that I will be doing this coming, they're in the process of their blueprints right now.
Yep.
And he just told me now that he wants me to design his home, which I'm excited about, and that's going to be a clean,
Yes,
so
so
that's
it's like-
So
really
you
cool.
get involved in the blueprint side of it, or before the blueprint, or do they lay out the floor plan and then you come in?
Pretty much I lay out the floor, they lay out the floor plan, and
Mm-hmm.
then I come in, and then, we pick out flooring, we do the bathrooms, we do
Right,
whatever
right.
they need, and some people,
So the
I have,
finishes basically is what you're doing, or
finishes, furniture, accessories,
Yep.
anything that they need as far as that kind of stuff is
Right.
what I can
Cool.
So she has to know her clients very well,
Yeah.
or even looking at the schematic of the property,
Mm-hmm.
because you're working your magic, right?
Yes.
You're coming in and sprinkling things, but at the end of the day, it may sound and look like it's just a boom 1 2 3, and then here we go, but it seems like you have a lot of work that ramps up.
They're right. Yes.
You've got to identify from not just the client, but the way the property, the structure, your eyes.
Yeah.
What did you have all this skill set prior to you firing?
Yeah, you know what I've always been told. Everybody says you
Okay.
always have a great eye for
Okay.
for the interior design. Going into properties and stuff.
Yeah.
People have to some people will tell me, "Well, we want to go super modern, but their staircase is not modern."
Right.
Yeah.
How am I gonna? So I try to.
Focal point is
That's a focal point
Yeah.
is the staircase, and that was kind of with my house,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I decided to go with a transition. So I try
Right.
to explain to them, or they'll pick out a flooring and. And I'll try to explain to them for.
So you're saving the day, like you're
Yes.
saving them.
Yes.
You're saving their ass.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
yeah. Listen.
Yeah, they have to.
Because that can be a disaster. I
that
mean,
could be, yeah,
clashes.
Clashes of. They have to understand that not every house that you can walk into, I can make it a modern house.
Right.
Right.
Because they have a structure, brand new. It's much easier to do that, but.
Girl, listen. I call my friends up sometimes for my outfits. Like I just listen. Is this shoe and this? So are they matching? Like am I off? And I'm just doing like one piece just for a few hours to be out.
Yeah.
You're taking parts of homes or
Homes
all an
and yes.
entire home and having this. So your reliability and your trust.
Yes.
You've built it up with your family and friends. Now you're taking it
Yeah.
into a higher level.
Yeah.
Your own neighbor was able to come in and
Yes.
look and see
And
that
she-
and trust you right off of.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing is we as human beings work off of sight, right?
Yes.
You can see things before even your smell and your taste, and you can say, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you had somebody that you won over your neighbor by sight.
Yeah.
So you did something very good. Did you use some of the skills that you had as your craft, like your arts and crafts that you had growing up? Like you said, you like drawing and stuff and all that. Is that what helped you really apply to this level?
Yeah, you know what? I've always said interior designer,
Mm-hmm.
that I want to be an interior designer. So,
Yeah.
but it, like I said, with the kids and stuff like that, it just
Sure.
wasn't something that I could do at the time. So I was doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing, like I said, things at school and designing
Mm-hmm.
things at school for them. And, they always called on me to do any of the design work was
Yeah.
always, Olivia had to come in and do the design work for any events, daddy-daughter dances, things that we
Cool.
had.
Yeah.
So I was always doing that.
And so where do you think that skill came from?
You know what? I don't know. It's something
Yeah.
that I have an eye for it,
And
and
you
I
think
just
it's
and everybody
hereditary?
says
Like,
it's-
does it run in the family? Because we
No,
get
not really.
musical people, you know, that it runs in
my
the family.
sister is very, but my sister really, she asks me for help. Is what so it's pretty much. I think it was just something that I guess
Just happened.
it just happened.
Yeah, lucky. You got the
Yeah.
gene passed on.
So right now you're still you're older by experience
Yes.
in this business, but you're newer by the business
By the
name,
business,
by the
yes.
business itself,
Yes.
and the business entity. Has you started off as a single individual owning?
Yes.
Have you hired in any?
I haven't hired anybody because I haven't really had
The
the
need
need
yet.
to yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. And it seems like most of your stuff is outsourced
Yeah.
for the need of the help anyway.
Exactly.
From the people.
Exactly. I think I like working on my own because
Sure.
it's hard when you get two people together.
Yes.
Sometimes they have their own.
Yep.
Their
The
own
feel, taste, look, all that stuff.
exactly.
Yep.
And and I try to listen to my clients too.
Yep.
But I try to tell them if it's something wrong or
Yeah.
I know that it's not going to look good. I try to
Be
advise
truthful.
them. I'm very truthful with.
Yeah, it's-
For
that's-
instance, the word job I'm working at now, the floor that she picked, I told her, it's just not gonna
Not
work.
functional,
It's
it's
not.
whatever
It's
the-
not
whatever
gonna.
the-
Yes,
yeah.
it's not gonna work. The person that's gonna lay it out is gonna have to know how they need to lay it out, and
Right.
and it's just not gonna. The colors are not gonna work.
Well, I was gonna say, so it's good. It's good for the viewers to know that, like, businesses that we enter as a Chaldean in the Chaldean community, we don't have to always have an abundance of staff. It's not always about that your business is going to entitle you to have 5, 10, whatever it is. You're doing it solo. You may not even see a reason to ever hire in
Yes.
it, because of what you're doing. It's itself, But what if the skill itself of what you have starts getting you to a larger level, in state and out of state?
Yeah, then I would have to for sure hire.
Yep.
I said as I get, probably my goal
Mm-hmm.
is honestly to be working with a builder
Yeah.
is really something that I really would love to do.
For sure.
Doing, building these builders' homes and stuff like that. But when what I've noticed now, they need a little bit more, more years or more experience or more, so maybe that will come, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that will come hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A builder will see my work and
Sure. Or even
say,
after
come on.
even after this episodes. So you builders, you have a Chaldean
Resource.
Yeah, Chaldean resource, Chaldean woman who's got the knack for it, got the eye for it. There is some. I mean, we're friends. All of us have that one or two that's around you right now, and it seems like there is a new wave of builders that are Chaldean young men coming
Yes.
on
yeah.
deck
Yes.
right now.
Ton.
Yep. I've seen that lately.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Hopefully, we'll get you in contact with
With
some of
them,
them.
that would be
You were at our social mixer.
Yes.
There was a couple in there. Unfortunately, the downside to us, I didn't get to meet you till the end,
To the end, yes.
and I could have introduced you to some of the people that were in the crowd
Yeah.
on there. And
She was doing a good job of introducing herself.
yeah, which is
Get her
great.
cards out there.
Yeah, which is awesome. And it just sometimes it gives that little nice little push to its validity, right?
Exactly.
I've known your husband since I was a kid, so he's a great guy.
Who says he's a great guy?
I do. All right. So
Sorry, Pete.
it was awesome to have met you, and then say, oh, this is what you do, and I'm glad you made your way here.
Yes.
And you're the first to introduce this on our show as interior designer. So we hope that gives you some of the momentum to keep continuing what you're doing. What is the ultimate goal? You said yourself that you want to get with a builder, but what is the company goal? Where do you see yourself in the years to come?
In the years to come, just hopefully really busy.
Yeah.
Lots
Yep.
of houses,
Sure.
doing lots of renovations. I love new construction.
Sure.
So people that are building houses, call me. I love a clean slate.
Clean
It's just-
canvas.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot easier. Any wild requests you ever had from any of your clients for something that you're like, wait a minute, you're way off on this. Let's tone it back down. Like,
I had a client that I'm working with right now, and her flooring that she picked was wild.
okay.
And I told her, I showed her, I actually pulled up that flooring, showed it to her as it was put down, and she said, you know what, you are so right. I
Wow.
am not going with this.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Flooring, once you put flooring down,
That's it.
everything else goes on
Everything
top
on
of it.
top of it, and
It's a
that's
wrap.
it. And when I'm doing my jobs, I'm doing them. I want them to be beautiful. Just
Yep.
I want them to look like,
you
something
put
that I
your
would
name
do.
on it,
I'm
right?
put my name on it. I want it to be just like what I walk into my home. I love it. I want them
Sure.
to walk in and love it.
Sure.
So I wonder, when you did the clubhouse, did you leave behind some marketing material, something that said that this is designed?
You know what? She's gonna. We finished the clubhouse. It was a nautical theme because that
Of course.
up north
Yeah.
nautical theme, and she's still in the process of. We had some flooring that we picked out. It's hard for her to get up there and come down in that. So we're just waiting on.
So it's not
flooring.
complete.
It's when it's not.
Oh, you're still in the
total,
process.
Yes,
Okay,
we're in the
good.
It's all we have left is flooring. She's gonna do flooring, and then she's gonna do professional pictures.
Yep.
And then once she does that, she's gonna also promote that.
Okay.
I was the one that.
Nice.
that
I would
did that.
I would see, since it is a public area,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I would see if you would design a plaque that says, designs by Liv,
Yeah, and I'm sure
then
she
a
would,
number
yes.
and a website, and
Yes.
just put it place it somewhere strategically in the
Yeah.
room.
She got a lot of compliments. She told
Yeah.
me, we got so many people coming in. Wow, this
I
is
think
just
it'd
a
be a big piece.
transformation. It's
Well, she saw truth in you by seeing what you did in your own
And
home.
yes.
That's
Proved
what I'm saying.
it.
Proof is in the pudding,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
By visual.
Yeah.
That's how you got to win it. So you've got some of the stuff here that you've brought with you today.
Yes.
You want to just maybe give us a little rundown of some of the stuff that you've had here that you've
Yeah.
worked with?
so. Some of these right here, a lot of it is my home. Some of it is another home. This right here is our powder room. This was, if you would have seen the house before, it was built in 1986. If you can imagine, it was, had a lot of that oak wood,
Yeah, yeah.
that,
Yeah, the old
that
school.
old school that needed
Yeah.
to be painted.
Yeah.
And so we went in and did all that. This here is my bedroom. That was, I did the tufted headboard. The mirrors are in. That kind of style is in.
So did you gut it wall to ceiling?
We gutted pretty much everything except for the foyer. And
Oh, wow.
and now
You wanna redo it.
now I just told Peter that I want to
Yeah.
redo the foyer.
It's funny because
And-
everything is connected.
Yeah, the
Like,
foyer was gorgeous. It went with everything. So we kind of, and it was marble, and it was an expensive, beautiful marble.
Right,
so
right.
I've kind of, Peter's like,
Trying
how
to
can we
preserve
rip this
it,
out?
right.
And then now that I'm looking at things, I'm kind of like, you know what, I want just maybe a little bit brighter, lighter.
yeah.
So that's a project that we're going to probably take
Cool.
on maybe another year or
Yeah.
so. This is my kitchen nook here, and then this is another home that I did in West Bloomfield, right over here. That's their kitchen.
Nice.
Yeah, and then
Beautiful
here-
backsplash and
Yeah,
stuff over
here
there.
is my also another. So I combined. I did some beige. I did some gray. I did some accents of blue. I have a little bit of gold. So I have a combination. I have dark brown wood floors. My kitchen is white. So I did a combination of. It's very, very transitional, is what
Yeah,
I
so
would
as
say.
you
It's
move
got
through
everything.
the house,
As you
you're-
move through
yeah.
the house, you're seeing a little bit of everything.
Right, but you're not
And
jumping from
you're not
one
jumping.
to the
and
other.
and what works good with transitional, if ever we wanted to resell, transitional is a very easy house to resell.
That's important.
And which is important,
Probably not for you guys because
We're
that's
probably-
probably going to
yeah,
stay there.
stay, but
anyone designing a house
designing a
needs
house
to know
should
these
know
kinds
that
of things.
kind of stuff. So
You know, what would be cool. I would like me personally from my end just to see how much goes into it. Because again, somebody looks at this and goes, "Yeah, they put this together. It's nice. Here it is."
I have the before and after pictures, and I have them in a
Yeah.
thing. I'll have to show
Send
you
them
guys.
to us because
I'll
we'll
show
load
you
them.
guys to
Put 'em in
yes,
the,
yeah.
put them in.
Yeah,
put
but
'em
it's
in an album
amazing
or
if you
something.
see. I
Yep.
have them in an
For
album.
yourself, for
and-
yourself, and your
yes.
clients.
And I do have those on my Instagram page, the before and after, and you just
Yeah.
see it's unbelievable.
Have you ever done like a time lapse on a camera or anything like that, just to do something like that to showcase how
I
much?
have not. No.
That would be really cool.
That would be
because
really-
hopefully then one day we can see, we can see Designs by Liv on HGTV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be our first Chaldean woman on there.
there, yes.
Doing interior
Sure,
designs.
Yes.
But that would be cool
Kicking down doors in your heels.
Yes.
Yeah. You ever had fun of taking the sledgehammer and just been able to just whack at a
With
wall?
my house, we have. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
With my house, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get a little aggression out before.
Yeah.
Now, when you take some of the walls or flooring out, does it say Liv was here, or Olivia was here?
You know what? That's what I should do. That's a good
Yeah,
idea,
just-
Anthony.
Your trademark. You
I'll
got
put
to
it right in.
Yeah.
To 2019 or whatever.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
She's
took
an
some
artist.
mirrors down from my house in the basement, and it was built. The house was built in '76, And I took the mirrors down, and it said there was a dude's name in 1976. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's wild because
That's
you just
pretty cool.
never know who's going to stumble upon it.
Yeah.
But in regards to, she's an artist by trade, really, if
Yeah.
you think about it.
Sure.
So you're signing off your artistic work right here is what you're doing over here. So
Would it be
that-
hidden?
Yeah, that right. You don't want to be forgotten. Just make sure that people
Right.
know it. So, Rick, you've mentioned your goals. You've mentioned also, what your aim is for clients and all that stuff. Let's talk a little bit about solutions that you offer to the consumers themselves or the clients that give you a call. What if they're completely lost, for example?
So you found the right person.
Yeah, 'cause I'm saying, like, I'll take a guy like me. I have absolute no idea when you tell me contemporary to
Then you
modern.
give her a budget and you get the fuck out of the way.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
You know,
just so they know.
I kind of actually, there's so much on the internet nowadays. I can
Show.
pull up,
Yeah.
things to show them this is contemporary, this is modern.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do mood boards.
Yeah.
Which will give you different looks and different colors. I specialize a lot in paint with Sherwin-Williams.
Yep.
I have a big box and I have all their paint colors, and I've actually sat down with them, and I'm a part of the Sherwin-Williams, their paint
Oh, cool.
department, and so I do that. I specialize with that. So
And
Would
then,
you-
so if someone's hiring you, how do you determine how much you're going to charge them, or how are you?
honestly, it's $100 an hour is how I work. It's my first flat rate of $100 an hour. As I go and I come with you, it's picking out. So it's really a lot of interior designers I've heard charge a lot more than that. I thought I'd be fair, and that $100 was
Well,
a
just
good
so the
starting
viewers
point.
know, this goes up after the
Prices
show.
going up.
Yeah, as soon as you're on KUWTC.
Not yet.
Yes.
Hire her, and then she'll let you know when the
She'll-
price goes up.
Yes, exactly.
But it is going up. $100 is not enough.
So as we're talking about going up, do you also come in and say, you know what, Junior, if you do this to your kitchen, there's a possibility your value, of your home can go up by this much for this, or what rooms are most important to increase value to a home?
Kitchen for sure. Kitchen, flooring is always a great thing. Paint is always something. Bathrooms are always a great. I mean, pretty much. I feel like everything increases. The
Right,
home.
but say
quarter.
we had a so we're listing our house. Say
and
we're
you could
listing our
only
house.
do a
You
few-
can only do a few things
Kitchen
like
would be a big thing.
Yeah.
Kitchen and paint. People.
paint is
paint
big.
is a big thing
Because paint just covers the whole house.
it covers the
Yep.
whole
Yeah.
house. You sometimes you could walk
could
into
change
a
the whole
paint
mood.
a house and it's yellow,
Yeah.
and then you change the color and it just changes the whole entire house.
Right.
And does master bedroom count as something that lifts up the value too as well?
No, I don't feel like not as much.
more
It
kitchen and
could. It's more
bathrooms, really.
kitchen and bathrooms. I feel like
Okay.
are the way that people.
Paint.
Yes, paint. Yes, is a big thing.
That's wild. And you yourself have the ability to assess, to say, listen, doing this may spruce it up by this much.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good.
I
So
would be able to tell them, you know what, this is your budget. They may tell me, like right now, the project I'm working with right now, they can't do furnishing. They can't do. So we're doing kitchen.
Sure.
We're doing flooring, and we're doing paint, and we're doing lighting.
Okay.
And they're doing that in that area. And then she told me when we can, it's hard. It's hard to go in and do a full house. It's not an easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy for someone as far as budget wise. So I take a look at their budget, and sometimes we go a little bit over the budget, and they're okay with that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go under the budget, and it works out great.
They're definitely okay
A
with
lot
that.
of people that come in with a budget aren't really. That's not really
That's
their
not
budget.
exactly.
Yeah, they just want to make
They
sure
put
that
it on there, and they hope
Yeah.
that you can stay within, but
Right.
it usually kind
For
of
sure.
fluctuates.
She talks about how long it takes to redo a home, let alone
Yeah.
parts and pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
It takes me 3 hours just to clean my room. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
full size like this, like I said, my 7,100 square foot, it took about 9 months.
It's a lot.
Yeah, 9 months.
And you're constantly back and
I
forth.
was back and forth, and I was on top. I was basically the contractor.
Sure.
So I called all the people in. I didn't have a contractor. I called who would come in, painters. I was after all, basically did that all on my own. And that's what I'm doing now with this client that I have now that I'm working with.
Right, but that's a lot of you've already done a lot of the grunt work
Yes.
like ahead of time, so
Yes.
it's not going to take you 9 months to complete. Yeah,
exactly,
so right.
exactly.
Now you got
Cool.
your people in the trade, so now you know.
Yes.
who
So
to
is there
find.
anyone you work with, or that you want to praise or thank for?
Yeah, you know
for
what?
Whatever you want to shout some people out.
Yeah, shout out to Bee Blinds.
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon Fumiya.
Okay.
He is amazing. And
Bee Blinds, huh?
Bee Blinds, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk him into coming on the show.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just show him how cool your episode was. That's all
Yeah,
he's
so
got to see.
he does an amazing job. He did my house. He's doing a bunch of other houses that I refer him to, and then houses on his own. But his blinds are beautiful. He's extremely reasonable. He's in our Chaldean community. Great person. So,
Cool.
yeah, Bee Blinds for sure.
Cool. Bee Blinds.
Who
Okay.
else?
and
Any
anyone else?
contractors? Any that you've worked with that you want to give a shout out, or anybody from your?
How about a husband or something?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can give a
One of
shout
those
out.
dudes
Shout out to Peter.
that gave you your first 7,100 square
Yes,
foot
exactly.
Yes.
Yes. Shout out to Peter. Yeah.
And what's Peter do?
Peter is in the auto repair business.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's been in that for forever, I think.
Yeah.
What's
I
it
don't know,
called
been-
now? I know he was.
It's
a
Napa
franchise
Auto.
back.
Yes.
What's it called?
Napa.
Napa,
Auto, yes,
okay.
it's Napa now. So he does
Napa
just
know-how.
yeah, Napa and no collision and stuff, just
Sure.
auto repair.
Yep.
Is
Cool.
what he does.
And he's a great guy too. I worked
Best.
with him
Thank
a
you.
long time ago, so he was.
I drank with him a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, he's always been close with some of our family and stuff. So he was a good friend of my cousin Neil. But he used to be Auto Lab. If you guys don't remember him, his
Yes,
Auto Lab, but it's
yes.
on Orchard Lake Road between 13 and 12 Mile. He's
Now
one
it's-
hell of
now
a
it's
guy.
Napa.
Yep, now it's Napa. So you make sure you check him out too. And then when you're there, he's gonna make sure that your house gets done by this young lady over here.
Yep.
So make sure that's that. Any commercial properties that you do besides the you did the clubhouse, but
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't done much commercial, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure that going in, I can. I know a lot of
Cool.
people ask, do you do just residential? My love is residential, but
Sure.
I'm sure if a commercial came along, I could.
could
I
handle
also,
it.
Yeah.
I could handle it.
yeah, just
Cool.
for the.
You know?
We'd love to see even your work. Some of these dispensaries that are opening are so beautiful and
Yeah.
laid out that some of the wood and stuff that I see here is being put into
Put
there.
into
So
there, yes.
even your touch with something like that, you'd be surprised how you'd be able to offer something so
Yeah.
unique in that field too. So not just to be closed minded and say I just that, but just there's other sectors out there for you
yes.
to get you into.
Yes.
So is there anything that we may have forgotten or not put out there that we would like to let the viewers know before we get
No,
into
I think
closing?
everything we,
Awesome.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So we close out each episode with a question. The question is, what is it like? What does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
It doesn't mean to me, it's, honestly, it's amazing
Yeah.
to be Chaldean. Our culture, our, just family,
Yep.
the way that we are together, our religion,
Yeah.
is a
See
big
you wearing
part
a cross there?
of that. And I actually I don't have a picture of it here, but I actually have a full chapel in my house.
A what?
Wow.
A full chapel in my
Really?
house. Yes, and I'll have to show you a picture of that later. But that's
Yeah,
on
That's
my.
awesome.
So it's a room and it's a chapel.
Is it dedicated to any particular saint or anything, or is it just?
No, I
just
have
a-
all different saints in there. So
Beautiful.
what we do as a family, we pray in
pray?
there.
Oh, wow.
Sundays, we usually go to mass on Saturdays.
Uh-huh.
So Sundays we will go upstairs.
That's amazing.
And pray. Yes, but it's a full, and I have family that will come over just to go upstairs in that room.
Wow.
And
That's amazing.
yeah,
It
and
is.
it's something you haven't seen before. I'll have to show you guys after. I
Well,
wish I
I've
would
been to
have.
prison, so I know with a chapel in prison. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is. It
Oh,
looks
that's so
just like a
beautiful. That's
chapel.
cool.
Yes, so that was something that I wanted to do in my own home, and I had
That's amazing.
the space to do it. We had enough rooms, so that room was dedicated to a
How
chapel.
could you not bring a picture of that?
I wish I would have.
What do you mean? You know what I'm doing? Why I quieted up for a second? I was just thinking it in my head, like,
Uh-huh.
what could it look like? You know what I'm saying?
I'll show you. Yeah.
Wow.
Send us a pic, and if just so the viewers can
Yeah.
even just.
It was on my Facebook, and I got a lot of comments and people saying, "I've never seen anything like this. This is amazing."
I haven't.
That's
not
Yes,
just seen,
because-
I haven't
That's
heard.
the
Yes,
creativity that
because-
has to come out of that
Yeah, because
mind.
normally a chapel in people's house is usually just a small area.
Yeah.
This is it's a full bedroom. Is what
Wow.
it is. Yes,
Wow,
it's a full
definitely,
bedroom
definitely.
with a pew
Oh, beautiful.
and kneeler,
Right.
and it's got candles, and it's
Wow.
yeah.
That's big. That's
How much does it cost to light a candle there?
For you, it's free.
Great. All right. Awesome. Cool.
That's good. Well, before we go, just to remind everybody, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our Keeping Up with the Chaldeans YouTube page. Also, if you go to our page itself, we have KUWTC see with the notes, see just KUWT Chaldeans.com. You have the opportunity to be able to look and see some of our past episodes, upcoming people that are going to be on our episodes, and also check out stuff from our sponsorship opportunities that we have to be able to be on our board back here, and along with some of the stuff that we do through social media. You can find us anywhere, like we've always said, anything from Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, our interviewee social media, Anthony, myself, and many things more, and even get to kick it on the ride and get to hear what Designs by Liv does on a Spotify or iTunes app itself. So before we close off, we want to make sure you guys follow Designs by Liv. You can find her on Instagram. Check out Anthony and I and see whatever upcoming stuff we've got. Until then, it was awesome having you. We wish you the best of luck.
Great having you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you signing off. AT, JB.